make sure y'all stay hydrated. That's my first tip. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wavy Wayne from WavyWayne.com, and this channel is all about helping you to record and mix better and faster. Now, recently, I went over to Instagram and I asked a simple question in my story. Y'all jumped off into the answer box and told me exactly what kind of situations you're struggling with in the studio, what you want to learn more, where you want to grow, what areas you want to do better in, and I'm here to help you, man. I'm actually running out of time and I got an appointment that I gotta get to, so y'all gonna have to come along with me. Let's go jump in the ride. From OG Calhoun, he says imposter syndrome, perfectionism, and never feeling finished with the project. We all suffer from that imposter syndrome sometimes, you know, and I think the biggest way to get past that is to just keep learning and keep making sure that you always doing your best. Chase the best thing that you can do, right? It's a lot easier also to like hit those deadlines when you're actually working with a client. A lot of times if I'm working with a client, I have no choice but to finish the song, right? And when you put those deadlines in front of you, you find ways to make sure that you hit them. So when you give yourself a deadline, if it's a project that you're working on for yourself, create a deadline, make sure that you hit it. And no matter what it is, remember that done is always better than perfect, all right? It's a lot of musicians, engineers, producers that's living with bags and bags of songs that they never release, they never put out or do anything with because they waiting for them to be perfect. Done is always gonna be better than perfect, man. So remember that. One of the respondents, Fourth Gear, what's up, my guy? He said that his biggest problem that he's facing right now is exhaustion. He says exhaustion, but I know I shouldn't be. Gave so much at one point, trying to find a path, right? It's funny that you said exhaustion because I'm actually here about to get my exhaust checked, man. I got to get an emissions check for the vehicle. But exhaustion, it feel like you getting worn out with the process, right? I think one way that we can avoid that is making sure that we have clear objectives from what we want from our engineering career, what we want from our music production career. And then knowing where we want to end up and then setting small goals along the way so that you can check it off. Like if your big goal is to win a Grammy, it might take years for you to actually get to that point. But what are the small goals that you can measure all the way up to that point? And once you start getting those small victories, it'll help to propel you and keep you going, man. Let's go get this emissions checked real quick though.
1 hour later.
We just dropped off the whip, man. We'll be back to pick that up in a minute. But my man Tizo Montana says he's trying to decide if he should buy the Bluebird or the Rode NT1 as his main mic. Here's what I want you to do to consider, right? Buy both of them, bruh. Don't tell nobody I told you this. Order both of them from someone who has a great return policy. Once you get them both, listen to them, set them up, and find out which one sounds best for the application that you want to use. If it's for you, record yourself. If it's for a client, put your client on it and see how they sound on it. Send the other one back, man. Make your choice off what you hear, not what you hear from me. Know that. I don't know, I want my joint to be cold though. Zoa Healthy Warrior. Let me see. This next problem, man, it come from my boy Stilo, man. He say that he be falling asleep while recording artists. Yo, Stilo, check this section right here, right? This all your energy drinks, man. You got Red Bulls, you got Bangs. That's one of my favorite. But today I'm about to try this Zoa energy drink. It's like The Rock, you know what I'm saying? But I've been there before. I've been falling asleep while I'm trying to record artists. Maybe they're not the best artists. Maybe you just tired. Maybe you've been hitting that 420 a little bit too hard, and so now you're feeling a little drowsy, right? You gotta get you a Red Bull, man. Keep them Red Bulls on deck in your studio. You can't sleep on life, man. I'm telling you. So I just pulled up to the gym while waiting on my car to get done with the emissions test. I'm gonna go and get a little workout in. As audio engineers, it's super important that you find ways to stay active. Producers, artists, all that, right? Because our job keep us sitting in a chair all day long, 8, 12, 10 hours a day, whatever, man. We be sitting down for most of the day. So Era.engineer on Instagram said that one of his biggest hurdles right now is posture and that he getting back pain. Here's a way that you can fix that. For one, you want to make sure that you got a good quality studio chair. I know you see a lot of people in those gaming chairs, they not always the best. So one way is to make sure that you got a good quality chair, and it's gonna all be about 90-degree angles, okay? So I'm gonna give y'all a demonstration. First off, when you find in your chair, you wanna make sure that you get a chair that allows you to have a 90-degree angle from your hips to your knee, right? So when you sit in that chair, you wanna be in a 90-degree angle, right? All the way. Your legs should be straight, your feet should be straight on the floor. You shouldn't have your feet up like that. You shouldn't have them like this or crossed or anything when you sitting down. Super important, you wanna have that back straight. So everything, 90-degree angle, back straight, hips straight, knees straight. And then you wanna make sure that your chair has armrest as well, so that your elbows can fall nice to your side. You don't wanna have them up like here, and you don't want them down too low. You want support on the armrest so that you can also get a 90-degree angle, and then your desk needs to fall right here so that your arms can rest by your side on the armrest, and you got it right here. Now your monitors, some of y'all got these monitors that you gotta look down on. You want your monitor to be slightly above your head so that you can have to lift your head up a little bit as you are working, all right? All those tips are super important. Make sure that you look for that when you are designing your studio desk, and also when you buy a studio chair. And make sure y'all find ways to get active. I'm gonna take a few minutes to go and hit a few reps in the gym, man. Y'all get to it too, all right? Let's get it. Yo, so Boss Zay said that he having trouble with getting that quality industry sound, that commercial sound, even after years of trying. I think a big part of that is that you ain't got no guidance. You ain't got no mentor. Ain't nobody there to listen to you and tell you where you're going wrong or show you the exact path to go right. That's where the Wavy Seals Elite comes in and helps to change that, man. Tap in with me and my mentors and join the community. Everybody needs a coach. The greatest athletes in the world need to be pushed harder. They need somebody to critique them and critique their moves. So if you've been doing this for years and you're still not hitting a pro level, you probably need some coaching, man. Come tap in. Yo, man, I'm about to go grab some food now. You gotta make sure you eat good. That way you keep feeling good. But I'm just doing a little vlog. Is that cool? Just document my day a little bit. So my man Ralphie Ice say one of his main problems is staying motivated, man. Making sure that he got good positive energy so he can be in a creative space, right? As I'm picking out my meal, I'm thinking about food that's gonna feed that motivation, feed that creativity and my energy. But keep this in mind too, you ain't gonna always be motivated. Sometimes discipline gotta kick in, so you just gotta do what you know you gotta do. So to help and facilitate that, make sure you put in the right fuels in your body and that you know your objective. What is it that you want out of this, man? And keep in mind that if you're working with a client, you're there to serve the client, not yourself. So forget your motivation and get to work. Whew. What a day it has been, man, and it's still going on, but I'm back in the studio. I got an inquiry here, or a response basically, from that question on Instagram, which if you're not following me, you definitely should, man. I'm at Wayne.wav on Instagram, the exact same as this YouTube channel. So go follow me and participate in the next poll that I do. But this response is from, let me find it again, man. Okay. This response is from Ryan Rose, all right? He says that the hurdles are always changing on me, honestly. It's never just one, famo. Now listen, man, that's the realest thing that you ever said right there. The hurdles are always changing. There's always going to be new plugins to learn. There's always going to be new techniques. There's always going to be new problems to deal with. Always going to be some type of issue that you have to fix, right? There's always going to be a hurdle in your life and in your studio sessions. So look at it like this, man. You definitely have to learn to enjoy the journey and realize that as an engineer, as a music producer, but especially as an engineer, our job is problem solving, man. We find ways to fix problems that people don't even know that they have, all right? So embrace those journeys. And every time that you make it over a hurdle, just know that that's a new tool that you can add to your toolbox, and you will know how to deal with that even more effectively and more efficiently in the future, because it will be back, man. So I'm Wavy Wayne from WavyWayne.com. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed this ride, this tour through the day with me, man. Follow me on Instagram so that I can find out more about what you're going through in your studio and your workflow and your music production, and find ways to help you through it, all right? Y'all be dope.